one. So, Star Wars has finally done something fans have been waiting decades to see. It showed us the childhood of Darth Maul, and honestly, it's way more tragic than anyone expected. In Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, Episode 7 and 8, Maul is at its absolute lowest. He's injured, haunted, and completely cut off, forced to rely on nothing but the Force and his own rage to survive. But instead of showing just another fight or escape, the series does something different. It takes us into in his mind. through though Through a dark side vision, Maul is forced to relive the most painful moments of his life, and for the first time ever, we actually see where it all began, his childhood. And this is where everything changes, because for years there's been debate about whether Darth Sidious, also known as Emperor Palpatine, took Maul as his apprentice. Was he a baby, a child, a teenager? Different books and comics have hinted at different answer, but now Shadow Lord finally gave us something concrete. Maul was just a kid, he wasn't alone. In this flashback, we see Maul with his brother, Savage Opress. They are together, close, connected, and then Sidious shows up. What happened next is brutal. Sidious literally tears Maul away from his brother, physically pulling them apart as they scream for each other. It's not subtle, it's not symbolic, it's raw. And it completely reframes Maul's entire story, because from that moment on, Maul isn't just trained. His broken condition turned into a weapon, and suddenly a lot of his behavior starts to make sense. Not justified but understood, because everything Maul becomes traces back to that one moment, that separation, that loss, and it makes his later story even more painful. When Savage eventually finds him again in Star Wars The Clone Wars, it's not just a reunion, it's the return of the only family Maul ever had, which makes what happens next even worse. Because Sidious kills Savage right in front of him. So now looking back, Maul loses his brother twice. Once as a child and once as an adult, both times because of the same meme. And that's why this scene hits so hard, because it shows that Maul's rage isn't just about power or revenge, it's about trauma. It's about being taken, shaped, and used by Emperor Palpatine. And in the present timeline of Shadow Lord, that trauma finally reaches the surface. At one point, Maul makes a vow. He says he won't let Sidious do anything else what he did to him. And for a brief moment, you almost see him differently, not just as a villain, but as someone who understands the damage the Sith caused and wants to stop it. And now, of course, we know how the story ends. Maul doesn't defeat Sidious, he doesn't bring balance, but Star Wars has always been about perspective, about recontextualizing characters we thought we understood. And this might be the most important piece of Maul's story yet, because for the first time, we are not just seeing what he became, we are seeing what was taken from him. And once you see that, it's really hard to look at Darth Maul the same way again. Thank you for watching. Bye.